Hello, my name is Ugo Madi, and this is Ugo Creates and Comics TV. Now, I'm the creator and founder of Wahala Comics, an independent comic book publisher. So publish comics like Heroes League Origin Volume 1, which I'll be talking much about later on, and I will be also showcasing When I Close My Eyes, which is another book I wrote. But first off, why did I go into comics? Because my love for comics. I know you out there, you know, surfing through the web, surfing through YouTube, and you've come upon this is because you love comics as well. Obviously, you watch other comic book related content creators as well on YouTube and other platforms, maybe TikTok and the rest of them, and that's fine, and that's why you're here as well. So, thanks for watching. Hope you click the link. You click, sorry, you click subscribe, you like, and you share if you enjoy the content. So that encourages me to put out more content. Now, back to the question: why did I start Wahala Comics? Because I wanted to tell a different story. I wanted to fill gaps I saw in what you may call mainstream comic book industry, in the mainstream comic book industry. So your Marvels, your DCs, your Image Comics, and the rest of them. Now, I don't have any problem or any issues with these companies, because if they are not giving us the characters like Superman, giving us the characters like Batman, giving us characters like The Flash or Wonder Woman or Black Panther, who wouldn't have had the love for comics? Not to even talk about creating our own sort of superhero characters, but I saw a gap, in the industry, and I decided, okay, I would fill that gap rather than complain about stuff. Why not create something to fill the space? And I've also always been in love with creating stories, writing stories. I writing stories from a very young age, So, and at some point I said, okay, might as well go on to start this, um, to start telling my own stories, So, and hence, Wahala Comics was born. And now we have our site www.wahalacomics.com, and you can go check out to find out more about me and find out more about some characters that we have in the Wahala Comics universe. And this Wahala Comics universe promises to be a wide, broad universe with different characters, that you would enjoy, that you would love. We're not talking about politics here, whether you're on the left or you're on the right. This is just somewhere you come and you enjoy your comics. And hopefully, I'll be giving tons and tons of comic book content that you would love. Now, Heroes League Origin, if I go to the characters individually, Heroes League Origin um, is available on your Kindle, so you can read it if you're on the Kindle Unlimited plan, or you can also download it, purchase it also on Kindle and Amazon marketplaces as well. And for When I Close My Eyes, you can purchase it on um, PayPal. Now, this is Heroes League, the paperback, Heroes League Origin, Volume 1. So, amazing cover, work with amazing artists to get this done. And I'm really, really proud of the work they did. So, I wrote the script for this book, and I would say it's been, and I enjoyed reading it, even by the fact that I'm the one that wrote it, because I enjoyed reading it because I'm sort of egotistical that way. No, I'm just joking. And also, so you can get your paperback copy as well. You can get it via PayPal, and you can get the ebook as well. What's it called, on Amazon and Kindle marketplaces. Now, the Heroes League is the premier superhero group in the Wahala Comics universe. And made up of 5 characters. Although in this particular book, Heroes League Origin Volume 1, you have 3 characters, and in Volume 2 that'll be coming up later this year, you'll be having all 5 characters featured in. So the plan is, when we get to Volume 5, when we get to Volume 5, all the 5 characters would come together and form the Heroes League. So at this point, we're telling their individual origin stories. So you get to embrace the characters, fall in love with the characters, and then you can then embrace the larger superhero um, group. Now, some characters that I would like to talk about. The first one is Blast. Now, Blast, aka Brian Gillian, is very smart, intelligent individual who's got his PhD degree at the age of 23 years old, and he works for CAMIR. CAMIR is the Center for Advanced Military Intelligence and Research. It is so obviously a fictional agency within the Wahala Comics Universe, where that's led by General Fitzgerald, the character that will be revealed to you in Heroes League, that you get to know in Heroes League Origin Volume 1. So General Fitzgerald, he leads the group. So this group is meant to protect the territorial integrity of the United States from threats within the country, threats from outside the country as well, and do all it takes. So this could include coming up with latest weaponry, whether it's coming up with ways to adapt alien technology, alien tech, or no. So let's keep it there. Rather than alien tech. So I'm just speaking right from the heart. This is not edited, it's not recorded. I'm just once this is done, it's just going to go straight on YouTube. It's just going to go straight on YouTube, and you're going to see it and watch it, and you're going to watch the video with all my failings, or my flaws, because I'm not here for perfection. I'm just here to speak with you guys, have a nice discussion with everybody. If you have any questions, you drop in the comment section, and I assure you I'll get back to each and everyone who comments on this video. So once again, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Now, so Blast, Brian Gillian. So he is one of the lead researchers at CAMIR, and one day there was this what's it called? There was a crash of an alien space probe. It was a massive spacecraft. A space probe crashed in the Kanzaki airfields. It crashed in and within the line, and across Kanzaki borders. So it was retrieved by a group from CAMIR, ICMI, Center for Advanced Military Intelligence and Research, and he had the responsibility of, trying to work on the speedotron emitter, which is the part responsible for speed of the alien research probe. And then an accident ensued. He got covered with burns, but miraculously he survived and went back to full health in no time. And then he begins to develop superpowers, which you find out in the book. Superpowers, and he has the ability of basically running extremely fast. Ability to run faster than the speed of sound. But in addition, what makes Blast, aka Brian Gillian, different from any space master? Because in our universe, in the Wahala Comics universe, we call people with the ability to run super fast, we call them pace masters. Because not only are they able to run, but they're able to control speed or pace. So what makes him different from any pace master in this universe, and indeed what we might call speedsters in other universes, is his ability to use the kinetic energy generated from his speed and make it explosive. So he's not only able to run super fast or do things super fastly or super fast, but to as well explode. And that is to detriment of anybody he's focusing on or fighting, but no harm comes to himself. So in this book, you get to discover, his origin story, how he discovers the powers, how he comes to terms with those powers. So beautiful work here. So beautiful work, lovely in the book. So get to find out more about Brian Gillian here as well. So that's just a bit about Brian Gillian, aka Blast, was a pace master in the Wahala Comics Universe and one of the members of the Heroes League. Now, the next character I would like to speak about as well, to introduce you, sort of draw you in, lull you in, pull you into the Wahala Comics Universe, because I really would love you to get your hands on this book and love, fall in love with these characters just as much as I fall in love with them, despite the fact that I created them. So, next character I'd like to talk about is AKINA. Now, AKINA is a member of a group known as the League of Sirens that live out of modernity. You know, they live out of modernity. They live in still this. They don't. The League of Sirens don't exist out of time, but they live out of time. That is, they exist in the modern world, but they don't live within the modern world. They are secluded. You know, they live isolated lives. But the League of Sirens are a group of all female assassins, a clan of all female assassins from different parts of the world. So you have Asians there, you have Africans there, you have, you know, you have Europeans there, you have all over the world, from origins, all there, ethnic nationalities and whatever. You have them all there. They're trained, you know, to be, should I say, badass warriors and assassins. So the way they operate is when they're commissioned and then they go out, carry out this task, take out whoever they have been paid to take out, and that's it. But they have one rule that you get to find out in this book as well. You know, so but this focusing on AKINA, she is betrayed by someone who was meant to be a sister in the League of Sirens, and she has to leave the League of Sirens and come to a more modern setting where we get to see more of her. So AKINA, in her own story, which is titled AKINA Banished, you know, is someone who's fighting to clear her name, one, and also survive in modern times. She comes to discover how time has passed the League of Sirens behind. And then as we continue to develop the universe, that's when she gets to meet the likes of um, Blast and other characters that we'll be talking about as well. So, and then the next character as well, I'll come back to AKINA in a moment, but the next character I'll talk about as well is Cybertech. Cybertech, aka Diggs the Third, also works as Carmere, because Carmere is a bit of a MacGuffin in this universe. You know, it's a bit of a MacGuffin in this universe. So he works with Carmere. He incidentally working on the mainframe of the same spacecraft, space search probe. You know, he was working on the mainframe responsible for which houses the AI that sort of was responsible for running the search probe and taking it through space and taking it through its airspace, and then it all and its malfunctioning led to the plane crashing. Yeah, so the search probe crashing. Now he was working on this mainframe, and then he gets injured. No, he gets rather infected. Not injured, infected. He gets infected by a sentient life form that runs, that's sort of the AI. Rather, he gets infected by the AI because the AI is not only intelligent, not only autonomous, but also sentient. So he gets infected by this, and after days go by, when he gets home, the infection goes through all his body, and then he becomes Batman, Bat Machine, you know, who is able to transform or able to change, to morph his shape into any sort of machinery, or weapon or vehicle that you can think of, that he can think of. So he can make himself into an armored personnel carrier, he can make himself into a rocket launcher, make himself into an F-22 Raptor, So he could anything he can make himself into. So you got to follow his story here as well. You know, so these are two characters that are featured in this particular book. But there are two other characters as well that uh, make up the Heroes League, and they are Killshot and Green Eagle. So these are two characters that in Volume 2 you'll be getting to see. But before you get to Volume 2, ensure you get yourself a copy of Heroes League Origin Volume 1. It's important you get your hands into that, and so you follow every story. Because believe me, between now and the end of the year, you'll be getting tons and tons of content from Wahala Comics. So, and the Heroes League, which is the premier book I've written, it's not the only superhero group or superhero team or that exists in Wahala Comics. And one thing we do at Wahala Comics is take an approach where we have self-contained universes. It's not in the context of multiverses within the context of DC Comics, but we have self-contained universes where you have, for instance, you have your Killshot, your AKINAs, they exist in that universe. And then you have other universes for books that are in the works, like Ruthless, that'll be coming up very soon this year as well. They exist within their own universe, never going to cross the streams. So we have self-contained universes because if you take a look at books like the books written by William Shakespeare, you have Othello, written in the same sort of ancient times and all that, but you never see Othello cross the streams into Romeo and Juliet, or you never see Juliet cross the stream into Twelfth Night, or Much Ado About Nothing. So it's how we've chosen to do it. We have lots and lots of characters in this Heroes League universe that you get to see as well, but you also have books that exist that are published by Wahala Comics. So that's where you see a relationship, but don't exist in this universe. So, for instance, you're going to see characters like Snatch that will be in Ruthless that are not in Heroes League. You're going to see characters like Expertier in a world full of heroes that have nothing to do with this as well. And also that because I see superheroes, no, I see comics as a genre on its own that you could use to tell different types of stories. So you're gonna find action thrillers, you're gonna find action thrillers and adventures, you're gonna find horror themed books as well, like this as well. When I close my eyes, you're gonna find this there as well. When I close my eyes, I know the ring light is busy coming up here. Well, that's what you're gonna get. I'm gonna be real all true. I'm gonna be real with this. So no fluff. When I close my eyes, the horror team comic you can also get from Wahala Comics. So if you have any questions or comments you want to make, you drop them in the comment section and I'll get right back to you as well. So once again, you can visit us at www.wahalacomics.com. That's WAHALA comics COMICS one word.com. And you can follow me, can follow us as well on Instagram and Wahala Comics, one word, on Twitter at Wahala Comics Uni and at Wahala Comics as well. So on Twitter, love to see your comments, love to see your tweets. Just tell me what you'd like to see in the next videos. And like I said, I promise bringing you more exciting, more engaging content on here and more reveals. Trailer coming up for Heroes League Origin Volume 2, and it'll only be up on this channel. So keep your eyes peeled for that one as well. So for like, subscribe, and share, and don't forget to click on notification button so you don't miss any video I post. So once again, thank you for being part of this first video, for the first YouTube video I'm putting up on this channel. And do bear with me for any errors, mistakes, or things that have been made during this, because I've just spoken from my heart today. So like I said, I'll be real all true, no fluff, no glitz, no glam, just me giving you comic book content. And again, do have a wonderful day. Take care.